Welcome to the ABC of the animal kingdom. Today we will talk about Anolis carolinensis. The green anole, Anolis carolinensis, also known as the American chameleon, Carolina green anole, American green anole, North American green anole and red-throated anole, is a species of anole lizard that belongs to the Dactyloideae family. There are more than 300 species of anoles worldwide, of which more than half are found in North, Central, and South America. Lizards are a paraphyletic group of squamous. That is, it includes the common ancestor of its members, but not all of its descendants, which includes most of the current squamous. It is found in the Bahamas, Cuba, Dominican Republic, the United States, Cayman Islands, Colombia, and Mexico. In addition, it was introduced in Belize, Hawaii, and Japan. Green anoles are arboreal lizards, so its habitat includes shrubs and wooded regions, with preference for high places as a way of protection against possible predators. Top predators include the broad-headed skink, snakes, birds, and, in urban habitats, cats. The green anole can also be found in urban and suburban areas, being very common on the facades of buildings and poles. Adult green anoles are usually 12.5 to 20 centimeter long, 5 to 8 inches. Males are 15% larger than females. They have a long tail, which represents between 60 and 70% of its total length. They weigh between 3 and 7 grams, 0.10 and 0.25 ounces. The head is easily distinguishable by having a long and pointed snout. They have long claws. Anole lizards have evolved adhesive scales on their toes that allow them to climb and stick to even the smoothest leaves. It is possible to differentiate anoles between their sexes. Males have a dewlap located in the lower part of their neck, which coloration ranges between red, pink and whitish. In turn, females have a prominent white stripe running along their spine, a feature most males lack. They live for approximately 3 to 6 years. These lizards will generally feed on any prey that is smaller than their own head. Their preferences and the breadth of their diet will depend on the variety and availability in their habitat. But in general, anoles' diet is based mainly on insects, including flies and mosquitoes, worms, crickets, moths, cockroaches, even eating small arthropods, mollusks, seeds and grains. The method it uses to capture most of its prey is by waiting and anticipating. It stays still trying to go unnoticed, and once its prey is close, it pounces on it. The green anole is a diurnal species. It is a poikilothermic animal. That means its temperature is conditioned to the temperature of the environment, so it should make the most of sunlight to regulate its body temperature. It is also known that these lizards are extremely territorial, and the extension of their territory comprises on average about 50 to 100 square meters, which is directly related to their body size. As for the females, they usually occupy males' territory. They have the ability to change color between shades of green and brown. These color changes are not used for camouflage, but for communication. When active, they tend to be bright green. Instead, when they are cold or show social subordination, they turn brown. They use other specific actions to communicate, such as head movements or the display of their dewlap. Thus, for example, during courtship and territorial disputes, the muscles of males extend the dewlap for a colorful and intimidating look. When they get aggressive, they tend to be bright green with a dark brown patch behind the eyes. The Anoles breeding season takes place between April and late September. High temperatures favor the growth of sexual organs both in males and females. Green Anoles are polygamous lizards. To attract females' attention, males display their beautiful dewlap while shaking their head up and down. When the female is ready to mate, she may let the male catch her, at which point he will grasp her by biting a fold of her skin behind her neck. About 2 to 4 weeks following mating, the female lays her first clutch of eggs, usually 1 or 2 in the first clutch. She can produce an egg every 2 weeks during the breeding season, until about 10 eggs have been produced. She then buries the soft-shelled eggs in a shallow depression in soft soil, leaf litter, rotting wood, or even a hole in a nearby tree. Eggs average 12.5 by 9.3 millimeters, 0.49 by 0.37 inches in size. The eggs are left to incubate by the heat of the sun, and if successful, will hatch in about 5 to 7 weeks from late May to early October. On hatching, the hatchlings are 52 to 67 millimeters, 2 to 2.6 in length. The hatchlings must fend for themselves, as they are not cared for by either parent. The young hatchlings must be wary of other adult anoles in the area, as well as larger reptiles and mammals, which could eat them. If you love dogs and cats as much as we do, stay tuned on Sundays. We will also post new videos about wild animals and insects every Thursday. Do not forget to subscribe and activate the notification bell, so you do not miss any of our incredible videos.